Hello there and welcome back, Cozy Club, to yet another Disney Sorcerer's Arena video, and we are on part 2 to the part 1 of season 2's Summoner Showdown character breakdown. We're going to be going through all of the characters on this Summoner Showdown, and just in case you didn't see part 1, I will link it in the top right above. There are 2 different groups in the showdown. We already went through group 1 that had a lot of very strong and crazy, ridiculous characters that I didn't even think would make the showdown. Let's go ahead and see what Group 2 has in store for us. So kicking this video off with group number 2, just like last time, guys, here is the graphic of all of the characters that are going to be in the second group for the second season of Summoner's Showdown. You guys can see that we've got the yellow borders for the bonus characters, and the blue borders, a little bit different than last showdown, are going to indicate the characters that will be in each and every round, both in groups 1 and 2. If you guys want to see my opinion on those overall blue characters, that is going to be on the first episode of the 2-part series. Now we're going to jump into the second group, starting off with Sully. And Sully here has not gotten fresh air in Disney Sorcerer's Arena in over a year. Nobody's using this guy, and I guess that means he fits the bill for Summoner's Showdown. Sully is great with fear. He can stack up some nice shields, but outside of that, he doesn't do a lot and doesn't offer a lot. He's pretty meaty. He's got a lot of health and he's got a lot of survivability. His damage is okay, but once he has used this third spec here, he falls off pretty quickly. I don't think he's gonna be that great. I think he'll kind of fall in that Jangles area of the last showdown. Should be an okay tank overall. Next up is Kronk, who just got a little bit of a refresh not too long ago, but Yzma is his missing puzzle piece, and she is not in this showdown, which is gonna be a major disappointment for this guy, as he can cleanse, he can do an okay blind, but outside of that, virtually, he's going to be one of the weakest amongst the group. Monterey Jack is returning from the last season, and you guys already know this. Monterey did some great things last season. Him having that taunt, having the unstoppable so he can't be, charmed, and some of the bigger debuffs, and also providing a stun. Monterey Jack's going to be even better than the previous showdown because Lily, Frank, and Moana, Barley, you've got a lot of adventurers in this one, and he's really going to shine, I think, and that group is going to be amongst one of the best teams within the showdown. I think he's going to be, again, a very solid option. Again, the Terror of the Night is coming back, and he's not that great. I mean, without him going against villains, he just doesn't provide enough for your team. His blinding and purging is okay, but outside of that, man, he's just one guy you fill in to try to hope for some bonus points. I'm not too excited that he's coming back, and I do like that they're returning characters from the first season so that, free to play, and most of you guys don't have to farm up a whole new, sheet and roster of characters. However, Darkwing could have been left behind. I could have done without the Darkwing for 2 seasons in a row. Alrighty, we've got Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell is going to be fun. I think Tinkerbell might be an interesting choice in this showdown, and she could surprise us all. She's got good TM reduction on the basic, solid shield. She has a decent, nice adjacent attack. I don't know. I think she'll be fun. I think we'll have to see kind of how she plugs in. The shields are going to help good survivability, and she does have some nice cleansing. Again, she obviously shines within mostly Club Conquest, and she's kind of a selfish character. She kind of cares about herself a lot and cleanses herself and things like that. But I do think that she might be okay. We'll have to see how she does. Maybe plug her in with some Oceanics, and we might get some viability. We'll have to just see about this one. Come in, Star Command. Man, I can't wait. I'm so pumped, guys. They put both Buzz and Woody in this showdown, and I'm just excited to use the duo. And, put in the comments below, guys, if you're a Toy Story fan, this is your chance to use these characters and actually do some damage. Buzz, if Claw is a spell in the showdown, Claw plus Buzz equals ridiculously overpowered, and Woody's going to be giving him turn meter. I think Buzz is going to be great. He's got very low cooldowns, which is going to be very essential within the entire showdown. He's got a stun, strong damage, he can assist. I think Buzz is going to be amazing, and I think people are going to realize that it won't take much more to make this character great. Definitely falls short in normal play, but definitely is going to be solid, especially with the Sheriff by his side. Which brings us to the Sheriff, Woody. Woody's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to be near as good as Buzz. I think Woody having this AoE haste and all the buffs that he gives out is pretty vital to the team. He can put out vulnerables. I think if Bucket of Soldiers is indeed in the spell list too, it should pair up with both Buzz and Woody very well. But Woody is all about the support, and it's all about really helping out Buzz. If he in fact does have the right spells, expect this duo to be very dangerous. Guys, Woody does have a decent, and by decent, I mean he has a leadership. Sending out the troops is a phenomenal healing aspect that only has a one-turn cooldown. I think Woody is going to have to go down very quickly in the showdown, or else he's just going to heal up his team over and over, and you're going to end up having kind of timeout fights. So I think Woody will have a lot of important focus when going against him. Although he won't be outputting a lot of damage himself, his support aspects are going to be a nice touch to some different team comps out there. Returning again is Anger, guys. And just like we talked about with Buzz and Woody, you can put them together with Judy Hopps as a leadership, and with Anger, and you've got a downtown hero nightmare of a team. Anger's good damage, good purging. You already know it from the first season. Solid pick, solid damage dealer, and should still do the same. I don't think he's going to shine as much this showdown because there's better options, but Anger is still a very viable choice for a strong damage dealer within the mode. Next up is the community pick. It's looking like King Triton is going to win the community choice character, and he is going to be one of our premier leadership abilities. He gives everybody on the team, no matter if they're villain, hero, whatever, animal, human, they get offense up. He's got an AoE cleanse. He's got strong damage. I think this is really where we're going to see King Triton shine. You know, I don't know. I think it's going to be cool to see him kind of away from legendaries and see how this god of the sea performs when he doesn't have to face Hercules and some of the other strong characters. He's got very great stats, and he's fast as all hell. He's got good damage, good cleansing. I'm excited. I think King Triton's going to surprise many, and I know we're used to using him in the raid, but using him in the showdown should be a lot of fun. Incrediboy Syndrome. Syndrome's going to be cool. I think Syndrome is a lot like Buzz Lightyear. We always compare them two together. Has a very strong AoE of a harmful effect, big time damage. He's got a stun. He's got some good slows. He's going to work well with the villains, and he can pump out a lot of vulnerables on the field. I think that his damage is going to carry the teams that he's on, and he should be a good plug and play to kind of fit into any team. Next is the returning Barley, and we don't have to say that much. He's amazing. He's great. He makes any decent damage dealer really good. Put him up with Syndrome, and you've got an AoE giant bomb. Put him with really anyone, even like Captain Jack Sparrow, like the last season, and he just amps everybody up around him. And when you have a game mode without legendaries, he really shines. He can get rid of taunts, call people to assist. Barley's going to be a must. Next up is Honey Lemon, another return character from the last showdown. Honey Lemon, AoE slows, big time stun, a purge, team reducing. Honey Lemon's going to be great. Again, Honey Lemon's going to shine in this showdown, and I'm excited to see her with the new comp that she's with. I feel like she's going to even provide more support, and you might not need to use her with Moana, as she's probably going to be with the adventurers. Speaking of adventurers, here we go. We've got Lily and Frank, and I'm going to be straight honest with this one, guys. They're going to be busted. I think Lily and Frank are going to carry the showdown in such a big way. They're in both groups. They're going to be in both groups with the question mark character. We don't know who that is. Lily is just going to provide so much speed turn meter for the adventurers. I don't see there being another team that can compete with that amount of speed turn meter being given to all of the teammates on her side. She's with Moana, she's with Barley, she's with Monterey Jack. All of her abilities give turn meter. She's going to be nuts. It's going to be cool that everyone can test her out at T8 if you unlock her at bare minimum. I think it'll be a nice thing to see kind of how this character works, and that's going to be exciting for a lot of people to play with her in the first place. But yeah, man, Emily Blunt's going to be pretty broken in this game mode. I think the Adventurer faction in Group 2 is going to be crazy because there's nothing to counterbalance all that stealing and giving of turn meter, unlike with Hercules and regular game modes where you guys saw earlier this week, kind of keeps her in check. But then to add to the craziness, you have the best character in the last showdown, the hardest hitting character and the hardest hitting adventurer in this showdown, and you have Dwayne. I mean, if we're being real about it, I think Dwayne Johnson could be on his own team. He's got the best ability in the game, or dang near close to it. His kitten around is going to be ridiculous. He's just going to make Raja look like, I don't know, like a Beanie Baby or just like a silly little putty cat. But his leadership with the adventurers is going to make things even more crazy. I don't know. It's going to be all about how do you stop this team. And if you don't have this team, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be very tough. I don't know how they plan on kind of letting him out, or if they plan on having a pack to let everyone have a 3-star. Man, he's going to shine. He's going to shine with Lily. The adventurer faction, they're going to be great in regular PvP, and you've got all these same options in this game mode too. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be crazy. I'm excited to see Dwayne in action, but in this game mode, it's probably going to be like the Hercules of regular DSA. And with all of that, my friends, that is going to be the end of all of the characters that we have gone through. Again, if this seems like a shorter video than last time's, it's because we didn't go over the same characters that are in each showdown. I gave my main synopsis and overview of all those characters on the last video. But yeah, my overall thoughts, I think this showdown's going to be pretty dang hard, but also much more exciting than the last season, guys. I'm definitely going to be streaming it on Twitch every showdown. We do it every single week. So if you haven't, guys, feel free to check out my Twitch community. You can check that out in the description below. If you haven't yet, guys, almost 50% of you guys are not subscribed. Guys, it just helps out. One click of a button helps out so much. Guys, hopefully you're enjoying these videos. I am still in Hawaii, but as the time of you guys watching this, I should be back pretty soon, my friends. So again, thank you so much for checking out today's video. And as always, until next time, stay cozy.